Today, we're delving into a subject that touches many of us living in today's competitive society: the burden of perfectionism and how to transcend it to find freedom in imperfection. Our culture often glorifies flawlessness, portraying anything less than perfect as a failure. Whether it's a meticulously curated social media feed, an immaculate home, or a report with no typos, the pressure to be perfect can be overwhelming. However, the ancient Stoic philosophers from Greece and Rome offer a liberating perspective. The Stoics didn't worship perfection. Instead, they embraced the inherent imperfection of the human condition, finding strength, serenity, and genuine excellence within it. As the Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." It's our mindset, not external circumstances, that determines whether we succumb to the tyranny of perfectionism or learn to thrive despite its pitfalls. Throughout this video, we'll explore the wisdom of Stoic luminaries like Seneca, Epictetus, and Musonius Rufus. Their timeless teachings will help us reframe our relationship with imperfection, not as a weakness to be overcome, but as an opportunity for growth, self-compassion, and meaningful achievement. Consider a student paralyzed by the fear of submitting anything less than a flawless assignment, or a professional stuck in endless revisions, unable to complete a project. These modern struggles often stem from an inability to accept our human limits. The Stoics offer a pathway to liberation by focusing on what's within our control, embracing the value of the process, and reflecting with kindness towards ourselves. So let's embark on this journey together, guided by Stoic wisdom. May their insights empower you to let go of the unrealistic quest for flawlessness and embrace the courage to be your perfectly imperfect self. Understanding perfectionism ***. Let's start by exploring perfectionism and its pervasive impact on our lives. Perfectionism is the relentless pursuit of flawlessness and an inability to accept anything short of the ideal. This issue is magnified in the age of social media, where curated feeds create an illusion of perfection. Carefully posed and edited photos suggest that others are living flawless lives, fueling our insecurities and pushing us to imitate unrealistic standards. Yet, beneath the filters and staging, no one is perfect. We all have quirks, flaws, and areas where we fall short. The Stoics recognize this inherent imperfection as a natural part of life. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Society conditions us to view any flaw or mistake as unacceptable, leading to perfectionism, which often results in procrastination, burnout, and a sense of inadequacy. Perfectionism has been linked to anxiety, depression, and chronic self-criticism. The Stoics, however, taught that the pursuit of excellence is admirable, but the quest for perfection is a form of self-torment. As Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." To break free from perfectionism, the Stoic path begins with self-awareness, understanding our perfectionistic tendencies, their root causes, and their impacts. This awareness is crucial for cultivating healthier mindsets and behaviors. The journey may be challenging, but reclaiming our authentic selves is profoundly rewarding. The Stoic acceptance of imperfection ***. The Stoic approach to overcoming perfectionism involves a profound acceptance of human imperfection. Seneca famously said, "What progress have I made? I have begun to be a friend to myself." This radical self-acceptance is the first step. The Stoics recognize that constant self-criticism and harsh judgment only compound our suffering. How can we find peace if we can't embrace our imperfect selves? We often apply higher standards to ourselves than we would to others. Instead, self-compassion is key. Ask yourself, would I treat a dear friend this way? If the answer is no, it's shocking that we subject ourselves to such treatment. Seneca reminds us that self-love, as a form of advancement, is not built through self-hatred. The Stoics value continuous self-improvement, but recognize that this progress could only be sustained through self-acceptance. Epictetus, the former enslaved Stoic philosopher, taught us to focus on what is within our control. We can't control outcomes or others' opinions, but we can control our efforts and mindset. Embracing imperfection as a natural part of life allows us to build true strength and character. Reflect on a time when you felt overwhelmed by perceived imperfections. How might a Stoic perspective have freed you from self-judgment and opened the door to growth? Focus on what you can control ***. With a foundation in self-acceptance, let's turn to focusing on what's within our control. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This insight is central to the Stoic approach to overcoming perfectionism. Much of our struggle with imperfection comes from obsessing over controlling outcomes and external factors beyond our reach. Instead, the Stoics taught us to focus on what we can influence: our thoughts, behaviors, and responses. We can't control others' opinions or the final grade on an assignment, but we can control how we approach these situations. Think about a time when you felt trapped by circumstances beyond your control. How might embracing the Stoic focus on internal control have liberated you from that sense of helplessness? By concentrating our energy on what we can influence, we can find meaning and growth even in imperfect outcomes. Embracing the process over the outcome ***. As we continue our journey, the Stoics offer another valuable insight: the importance of focusing on the process, not just the outcome. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life." The Stoics understood that fulfillment comes not just from reaching the destination, but from valuing the journey. When we fixate on perfect results, we often miss the value in the process itself. Imagine approaching every task with the same care and presence as if it were your last. Would you still obsess over every detail, or would you savor each step of the journey? Reflect on a time when you were so focused on the end goal that you missed out on appreciating the journey. By embracing the process and celebrating small victories, we find joy in our efforts and open ourselves to growth, regardless of the outcome. Practicing self-improvement with a Stoic mindset ***. You might wonder if embracing imperfection means giving up on self-improvement. Not at all. The Stoics were advocates of continuous self-improvement, but with a crucial twist. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." True growth lies not in pursuing an unattainable ideal, but in aligning our actions with our deepest values, while accepting ourselves as we are. The Stoics valued steady progress over perfection. Confucius famously said, "It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop." This sentiment mirrors the Stoic view that self-mastery is a lifelong journey. To practice Stoic self-improvement, set realistic, process-oriented goals. Focus on the actions leading to growth, such as practicing a skill or cultivating a positive mindset. Embrace a growth mindset by viewing setbacks as learning opportunities. And practice self-compassion, treating yourself with the kindness you'd offer a dear friend. In this harmonious balance of self-acceptance and self-improvement, we find the freedom to live authentically and purposefully. Growth is about refining our actions to align with our values, not achieving an idealized version of ourselves. Reflection and continuous learning ***. Finally, embracing self-reflection and continuous learning is crucial. The Stoics advocated for regular self-examination to deepen self-awareness and question habitual thought patterns. Socrates' words, "The unexamined life is not worth living," highlight the importance of reflection. Consider setting aside time each evening to reflect on your day, challenges, and moments of growth. How might this simple practice reshape your relationship with imperfection? Continuous learning and openness to new insights help us embrace imperfection gracefully. Whether through reading, seeking mentors, or remaining curious, commit to a lifelong journey of growth. By embracing Stoic principles, we let go of the exhausting pursuit of perfection and revel in our beautifully flawed humanity. As we conclude, reflect on the Stoic gifts: self-acceptance, focusing on what's within our control, finding joy in the process, practicing compassionate self-improvement, and continuous learning. By embodying these principles, we free ourselves from perfectionism and unlock our vibrant potential. Let's move forward, imperfect yet whole, embracing each moment with the courage to be our authentic selves. In doing so, we honor the Stoic wisdom and tap into our boundless resilience and growth. The path may not be perfect, but it will be beautifully ours. Onward to an imperfectly perfect life.